Hi, I'm Bob Mims. I'm thrilled to be a part of the Knowledge Institute and for teaching, not really teaching, I'm more or less your cruise director for most of the CFO series. And just want to introduce myself and say, who is Bob? Well, I'm a guy that's from Mississippi. I went to Ole Miss, worked at KPMG, I worked in the for-profit sector. I spent 18 years in the nonprofit sector, and now I work as a startup CFO. So I reach all the gamuts, I fly through all the gamuts, and what interests me more than anything in teaching for CPE training and for accountants is really human behavior. So I teach a bunch of courses on budgeting, from budgeting to Bitcoin, from communicating to megatrends. I really like pictures, I like emotions, and I really talk a lot about ethics and human behavior and everything in between, and sometimes even outside. Being from Mississippi, you might not have heard of Mississippi two-step. The Mississippi two-step is, there's not a lot to do in Mississippi when you grow up, so we have conversations. And there's a lot of people that will say what the Mississippi two-step is I'm going to ask you what your name is, then I might ask you a weird question, like, where'd your mama go to high school? What that means is I'm trying to make a connection. And so for us as accountants, sometimes that's difficult because we live in a world of numbers. And growing up in Mississippi, we learn to have conversations, we learn to be social, and we learn to have connections that fit in our colleagues so that we are able to present and communicate numbers maybe to non-financial types. I like to tell stories. There'll be lots of stories in my feed and what we talk about. I like to hear, I like to listen, so I'll look for interaction as well. Was blessed to work at KPMG and was honored to be nominated and elected to win 3 National Instructor of the Year awards while serving my term at KPMG. And one of the facets that I really like doing when I teach is to make the complex simple. I like to boil things down to the very basics, maybe even to the least experienced person in the room. Maybe that's something you could work on as well. So join me, join the Knowledge Institute, and join us for the CFO series. I think you'll enjoy it and have fun, all the while earning CPE.